right? Already I said the rules of identifiers and the keywords. These two topics are over. Now in this session, we can discuss about Java data types. Before going to learn these things, already I can given the class name and the file name must be different. Condition one, the class name and the file name, same situations one. And the third thing, if you are going to be declared with the class name with the public access specifiers. Okay, these are the three examples I can given with the clear-cut explanations. Now we can discuss about Java data types concept. Okay, everyone can know, okay, what is mean by data types. Okay, here the name itself, data in the sense which kind of informations or which kind of the data we are going to be declared in our particular program. Type in the sense which kind of type that is. Simply the name itself, data type, means Java language has a rich implementation of the data types. You know, everyone. Okay, data type specifies the size and the particular value. We can say that every data types, or simply we can say that which kind of the data we are declaring in your programming. If you are going to write any kind of the program, in that your particular program, what kind of data we are going to declare, that can be specified with the help of this kind of data types. Here every data type can having its own size and the value in the sense range, within the range or outside the range. For example, mobile number is having the 10 digits only, that is the range. If you are going to be declared with 11 digits, possible. It's a highly impossible process. In the same situations, we can declare your data type specifies your specific size and the value in the range. Within the range, we can store that particular identifiers. And in your particular data types, there are two types of the data types will be there. Those are the first thing, primitive data types, and the second thing, non-primitive data types. Here the first thing, primitive data type and non-primitive data types. Okay, those are two types of the data types will be there. Here the primitive data types means the primitive data types again classified into 8 types. Those are the character data types, Boolean data types, byte data type, short data type, integer data type, long point data type, floating data type, and double data types. Okay, those are your primitive data types. And here the first thing we can go with that integer point of data types, and the second thing, floating point of data types also there. In this floating point, float and double will be there. And the character type data types, it will be consist of characters, and the Boolean type of data types. Here these all types of data types are declared in your particular programming. Here the integer type of the data types, 4 types again. Here in these 4 types, byte, short, int, and long. Okay, these are the 4 types of the data types. Here the first one, byte. Byte in the sense it is an 1 byte, means 8 bits. Okay, it's an integer type of the data types. Okay, the value is that minus 128 to plus 127. Okay, and the default value is 0. For example, we have to declare within this range only, minus 128 to plus 127. Within the range we are going to declare in this particular data type. That is, we can say that byte data type. And the short data type, it is 2 byte. Byte in the sense only 1 byte, means 8 bits, means 2 power 8. And the second thing, short. Okay, it is a 2 bytes of the data type. Here 2 bytes in the sense 16 bits, means 2 power 16. That is an 32768. Okay, minus 32768 to 32768. Within the range we are going to declare. Here also the default value is 0. Here the short type data type we can declare with the help of the short keyword, that is a short. The third thing, integer data types. Here the integer data type is an 4 bytes of the data types. Here it is an 32-bit integer data types. Okay, here the 32 bits in the sense, so that is the value of 2 power 32, minus 21473 7483 6482 2147483 647, and the default value is 0 only. And the example integer type, I am going to declare any kind of the data. And the next thing, long type of data type. Here it is an 8 bytes of the data type. Here 8 bytes in the sense 2 power 8, that is a 64. Okay, there is an integer type of the data type, and the value from the range here is -9 2 3 3 7 2 0 3 6 8 5 4 7 5. It's a long type of value. Okay, for example, we are going to be declared with that integer. Already integer type is there, then why we can go to long type? Because in previous days the Windows operating systems are defined in 32 bits. Now we are going to go with that 64 byte. It is going to be stored huge amount of information. That is only that we can go to long point of data type, and we can declare with this data type with the help of long keyword and data type name, variable name, and value. Okay, here the same things. Okay, how we are going to declare, I can explain very clearly. Okay, that is the point. Okay, here the data types. In these data types, the first thing, integer type data. Integer type data. Okay, here the integer type, in the sense we are going to declare the 4 types. The first one, that is byte. Okay, means 1 bit, that is 8 bits. Okay, 1 bit. Here whenever we are going to declare this byte type of the data, we can declare byte b equal to 19. Okay, same like this we are going to declare. And the second type of the data types, okay, that is short. Short type of the data is 2 bytes. Okay, that is 2 bytes. For example, we can declare the short type, short s is equal to 123. Okay, that is also one thing. And the third type of the data, that is integer type. Okay, initially whenever we are going to declare in the programming, we can use these things. Okay, integer type in the sense 4 bytes. Okay, 4 bytes of the value. Here I can declare integer type of the value, integer int a equal to, okay, or whatever we are going to 1 2 3 4 5 6 within the range. Okay, and the fourth thing, okay, here the fourth type of the data, okay, that is the fourth type of the data is your long type. Okay, long in the sense it is consist of 8 bytes. Okay, whenever we are going to declare, okay, long type of data, for example, we can declare long l equal to 4 5 1 2 3 something, whatever we can declare within the range only. Okay, these are the 4 types of data types: integer data types, and short, and in byte, short, int, and long. This all type of the data types we can declare in your particular program. Okay, how we are going to be declare this type of data types in your particular programs? Okay, now you can see. Okay, this is my particular program. Okay, here the program with the help of by declaring integer data types. Here class followed by class name, int data, int data. This is my particular class name, and I can declare my particular class name. Then after I can call with that static public void main of whatever the arguments, string arguments. Okay, now you can declare. Here first I can declare byte b equal to, here I can declare process. Okay, here system dot out dot println. Here I can declare that b value. So simply I can print this. Here the class name is int data dot data int capital data dot Java. Okay, here this is my command prompt. Okay, in this command prompt I can compile javac space int data dot Java. Comparison. Here, what it will be shows? It will be showing that one type of error. What is that? Incompatible type. Possibility loosely conversion from the integer to byte. Okay, because it is having the range. Okay, what is its range? Its range within minus 127 to minus 128 to plus 27. Range only we can create. Okay, we are going to be declare. Okay, that's why we can declare the value within plus 126. Okay, plus 126 I am going to declare. Now we can compile. Compilation will be done successfully. This your int data type. Okay, here 126 is print. Why? Because it is having its own range and its size. Okay, its size having 1 byte. That is the range of minus 127 to plus 127. Same like this. Okay, if you are going to be declare the more value, then must and should it will be shows compilation same. What it will be shows? What is that error? Okay, that error is an incompatible type because that is the range of your integer. Short type of the data type is less. We are declaring the huge amount of value. That is only the reason we can declare these things. Okay, this is byte type of the data. And next one, short. Okay, next we can declare short. Okay, same instead of byte, Java C. Here also see, it is also large amount of value. Okay, minus this is also having one size. Okay, that's why within the range 1264. Compilation successfully. Execution. Now 1264 is printed. This is the short type of data types. Okay, we can declare with the help of short. And the next one, integers. We can declare int. Okay, here I can declare integer some value, integer c value. Here simply we can perform any kind of arithmetic operations. I can take d is equal to b plus c. Okay, here I can print your particular d value. Okay, now I can clear entire screen. Java C int data dot Java. The compilation is done successfully. Then next, execute int data. Now here the combination of 1264, 12654. Same like this, integer type of value we can declare. That is the integer type. And the next one, long type, we can declare with the help of long. Okay, here also we can declare long. Here also we want output also long type. Okay, here we can declare the long type. Okay, compilation is done successfully and execution. That is also same 13918. Okay, these are completely your integer point of data. Okay, here I'm going to declare these things. For example, I don't want these two things. Just I can declare this b. Just I want to print this b value. Now the compilation. See here, what it will be shows variable b might not have any identified. Okay, initialize. I'm not going to declare initialize. That's why whenever we are going with the data types, here we can type of the data, the variable and initializations. Here the predefined value is 0. We are going to initialize with, see here now, Java C. Here it will print 0. Initially, instead of 0, 0.0 I can take. Now what it will be happen? Now you can see. See here the long type and a possibility loosely conversions because incompatible type. Already I said integer type can be having the default value is 0, not point. Okay, these are the integer type of data types. Okay, this is the one type of data type, integer type of data. And the second type of the data type. Okay, second type of data, the floating point. If the integer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is fine. But if we are going to declare any kind of the value, of the floating point representations. For example, if you can view your bank balance 234.34 paisa, okay, or if you can find out any kind of things, okay, some kind of the values you are visible in your things, the floating point representations process. In this floating point representations, okay, there are the floating declarations value will be there. For example, 123.1 or 50.2 or 60.3, whatever. If we can see your beta percentage, it is having 79.46 or 20.36, same like this, because the floating point also we are going to use in some specific conditions. In that situations, as a developer, as a programmer, is moves to this kind of point. This is, we can say that, floating point representation process. Okay, this is the floating point number declaration. Here in this floating point, two types will be there. Okay, those are the first thing. Okay, two types we are going to declare in floating points. Those are the first one, float, and the second one is double. Okay, here the floating point in the sense it is an a 4 bytes, means 32 bits from the floating point data, and the default value is 0.0. Whenever we are going to declare with this floating point with the extension of, okay, how we can declare with that extension, that is the point of 0 and 0.0f. with the help of with the help of 0.0 we can declare this floating point value. Okay, that is one type of value whenever we are declaring particular floating point values. Means the floating point in the sense it is a 4 bytes of value, 32 bit, that is a floating point of data. Okay, for example, floating of f is equal to 10.2 of f. And the second thing, double value. It is an 8 bytes of the data, means 64 bit. The floating point data can be double value is 0 D. And the example of double D is equal to 1 point something whatever. Okay, now you can see here. Okay, here this is the long type and floating point. Okay, floating point data. There are the two types of the data. That is the float, and the second one is double. Okay, in this particular floating point data types, okay, it is consist of only 4 bytes. It is 8 bytes. Is a 8 byte. The 4 point is 8 byte. For example, whenever we are declaring the floating point data, okay, float of f is equal to 134.9 f. Same like this. Whenever we are declaring the double point of data, double d is equal to 0.3 of d. Okay, same like this, we can declare this double point of data. This is the floating point representation, and this is your particular double point declaration. And the default value, every data type is having default value. Okay, the default value is 0.0f. Okay, because this is a floating point, that's why it's having this default value. Now you can see the basic program. Okay, how we can write this floating point value program. Okay, same, this is the floating point data. I can declare class followed by float data, next public static void main of string arguments. You can pass the argument, whatever the argument I am going to be pass. Here main method is closed, my particular class is closed. Now system dot out dot println. Okay, here I can print my particular f value. Okay, here I can declare float of f equal to 123.6 f. Okay, here I can save float data dot java. Okay, here this is the float data dot Java. Now the process of compilation. Here Java C space float data dot Java. Okay, now here see what is that? Here the cannot find the symbol S. What is that? That is in a string class. Actually, the string will be consist of capital S. Instead of this, we can use this capital S. Okay, now you can compile. There is no compilation errors. It's compiled perfectly. Next, Java C float data dot Java. Compilation will be done successfully. Now execution process Java float data. Now you can see 134.6. Okay, that is the floating point value. We are going to declare within specific period or within a specific amount of the data. That is the floating point representation. And if we are going to declare with this double, okay, that is the double f equal to, here we can declare with the help of d. Now you can compile. Compilation process done successfully. Execution 134.6. Okay, that is the floating point of data. Here this is declaring the huge amount of long values up to 16 bit. In that situations we can go double point. If we are going to be declared with that 8 bits of the data, then we can go to floating point representations. This is another type of the data type, that is a floating type of data. And the third thing of the data, okay, that is the character data types. Okay, character data types in the sense it is having the 2 bytes of the data, that is a 16 bit. It is an assigned character. Unicode systems will be there. In this Unicode we are going to be declared, that is a 0265655, because whenever we are going to be declare the characters within the single quotes, we can declare. Or for example, characters we can declare with the help of char. Okay, char of c equal to underscore a, we are going to print that particular characters. Okay, that is your particular character type of the data. And the next one, boolean type of the data types will be there. This boolean type of the data, it can be print either the true or false statement. Okay, whatever that we are going to be declare. Okay, which is the special type of representation of the true or false value. Okay, there are defined constant of the language. For example, boolean b equal to true or boolean b equal to false, either the true or false conditions. In those situations we can go to this boolean type of data types. Okay, these are the primitive data types. The primitive data types in the sense integer type of data type, floating point of data types, character data types, and the boolean data types. Again, integer type of the data types can be having short, byte, short, int, and double. And the same thing with the floating point, float and double. And the character type of it will be consist of character type data, and the boolean type of data it's consist of a boolean type of the boolean type. Okay, boolean be either the true or false type of the data, it will be consist. There is a one type of data. And the second thing, non-primitive data types. Okay, what is mean by non-primitive data types? Okay, what is the purpose of non-primitive data types? Why we can go to non-primitive data types? Means a reference data type can be used to refer an the object. Okay, reference variables can be declared to be specific, and that can be never be changed. Why? Because whenever we are going to declare the object of my particular class, okay, whenever I can declare the object of my particular class, it will be creating the reference. Okay, in that reference, that data types can be considered as a non-primitive data types. Okay, these are your particular two types of the data, or the primitive data types and non-primitive data types. Same considerations process. Okay, here every data types can be having its own specific value and its own meanings. Okay, that is the purpose. We can say that every data types can be having, okay, every data types can be having its continue, every data types can be having its state, its range, and value. That is called as your particular data types. Okay, these are the two types of the data types are consist. Okay, this is your particular data types process.